this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech number 191, doing a speculation and investment video for May 2015. We are 1 week away from Modern Masters coming out, and a lot of people have asked me, should I buy boxes? Should I buy singles? What should I be buying and selling right now? I'm going to answer all of those questions here today. First, I'm super excited about the Mythics that are in this set. Wizards of the Coast did a wonderful job with the Mythics. 14 out of the 15 are amazing. Emrakul, fan favorite forever. Once it's done dropping, pick it up. Kozilek, another wonderful card. It sees some play in Legacy, a little bit of play occasionally even in Modern, and a lot of play in EDH. Ulamog is in that exact same place. Mox Opal is a powerhouse in the Robots deck. This is your chance to pick up Mox Opals. Karin Liberated is another wonderful Planeswalker that sees play in Modern and in EDH. The price is dropping on him. Get ready to pick him up here in the next few months. Elish Norn, another beautiful, wonderful, powerful card, great reprint. Tezzeret, one of the weaker mythics here. I would wait several months to pick up your Tezzerets. Tezzeret's going to drop in price a lot. Bitter Blossom got promoted to Mythic. This makes me so happy. This is one of the cards that I predicted being upgraded to Mythic, and if it sees any play in Modern, it will shoot through the roof. I would pick up your playsets here in the next few months. Comet Storm, what were you thinking, Wizards? Terrible card to put in at Mythic. This is just the feel-bad card out of the set. Otherwise, I really like the Mythics. Primeval Titan, great card, fan favorite. Yes, it's banned in EDH, but it's a powerhouse in Modern, and hopefully someday people will unban Primeval Titan and ban Iona, the worst card in EDH. Wonderful card, though, in other formats. Now's going to be the time to pick her up, destroy her if you see any of your friends trying to play her in EDH. Vendilion Click, another card that really needed a reprint. A lot of blue players out there want it for Modern. Very powerful card even in Legacy also. Dark Confidant is seeing a lot less play, but it is a fan favorite. The price is going to drop a little bit. This is another good time to get into Dark Confidant. Kiki Jiki is probably the number 3 least important card on this list. There's a lot of Kikis out there, and with Kiki Pod out of the environment, he only has one combo deck right now. I would avoid him entirely. Tarmogoyf has started to drop. The low point for Tarmogoyf is coming soon, probably about a month from now. I would pick up my Tarmogoyfs as singles before they start to rebound. The rare spot also has some great cards. Daybreak Coronet, All is Dust, Fulminator Mage, Wiltleaf Liege, Leyline of Sanctity, Splinter Twin, and Spellskite are my top picks. You open any of these guys, you're getting your money back in packs. If you pick them up in singles, they'll dip a little bit, but they'll come back up in price. These are all wonderful cards. The rest of the rare slots, a little bit weak. Let's look at this here. The Mythics got significantly better in value. Most of the time, if you pull a Mythic, you're getting double your value. Once we move to rares, though, most of the time you are going to be losing value and losing a lot of value. There are a lot of terrible rares in this set. Overall, the value of Modern Masters packs has actually went down from Modern Masters first set. The second set has a higher retail price, 30% higher, and a lower per pack value. As cards continue to drop in price, the value of your average pack is going to continue to drop. So as you open cards, you're basically opening lottery tickets, and if you get something amazing in foil, you win, but most of the time you're going to get a disappointing pack below the MSRP significantly. After looking at this chart, this question should be simple. If you like gambling and you enjoy the chance to get a $200 or $300 card, go for boxes. If you're going to be drafting and you get that extra added value, or playing sealed where you get to play the game out of it, boxes are great. Otherwise, I am mostly buying singles. A few of these cards that I need, I'm picking them up in about a month when they hit their low point, and I'm going to be happy that most of my investment is going into singles. The long-term investment on wax is probably still good. Even terrible sets go up in value if the boxes are unopened, but if you actually want to play the cards, which is why I invest in Magic, it's because it's something that I can both play and later sell, then go for singles. Singles are a much better investment at this point. Emrakul, Tarmogoyf, Cryptic Command will all rebound. Kiki, on the other hand, it could take a long time, but even Kiki's a fan favorite. He'll come back long-term in value. There's been a lot of discussion on the internet of the Tarmogoyf effect, stating that some of the top Mythics will not drop in price. The effect of reprint short term is a drop in price. We're already seeing this across the board. Even Tarmogoyf, the first Modern Masters printing, is going down. Noble Hierarch is significantly down and hasn't hit her low point yet. Vendilion Click is down and is going to continue to go down over the next several weeks. There are a lot of cards, though, that were not included in this set that I am suggesting people buy now, buy quickly, especially if you don't have a playset. Goryo's Vengeance does see some edge play in the format. It's a wonderful reanimator card. Yes, it could be reprinted at any point, and that makes it a high risk, high reward card. Thank you to SH Gecko, who made this cool graphic. Kudos if anybody can name the card that is on there. It's the perfect card for the high risk, high reward graphic. Engineered Explosive is another one that is very cheap right now. It is played in a lot of sideboards. It's a very powerful modern and EDH card. Pick it up at $10. It could easily be $20 tomorrow. Ether Vial. I'm shocked that this card was not reprinted. I don't know what this is signaling, because there are a lot of decks that must have Ether Vials to play. Right now I'm picking them up, but I'm not keeping them very long at all. Pick up the 10, 20, 30% value increase you're going to get short term. They've got to find a way to reprint this card because it is so crucial to the modern environment. Once again, Blood Moon is not in this set. Blood Moon could easily be in a pre-constructed set or a dual deck. Pick them up short term, sell them at a profit, don't hold on to them too long. I'm avoiding Goblin Guide also. Goblin Guide could easily be in the next modern event deck. No, they haven't officially announced any type of modern event deck. I don't even know if they'll do it. I think they will, and a red deck wins would be a perfect deck for that. Battle for Zendikar could also be an easy place to find Goblin Guides. Definitely a fan favorite. I would not get into the hype over Goblin Guides right now. I would avoid the filter lands. Filter lands are one-ofs in most decks. They are not like fetch lands or shock lands where people need multiple copies to be competitive. They could be reprinted at any time. I'm actually really surprised they didn't end up in this set. If you really need them, pick up one of each so that you can play tournaments, but long term they are not a great investment. Vendelkin Shackles is a wonderful card. It is basically a blue card because of your need for islands. Super popular in EDH. Very, very reasonably priced right now. Pick them up at the $12 range. Inkmoth Nexus just shot through the roof. If you don't already have them, avoid them. This is a card that could easily be reprinted in an event deck or in a dual deck. We're going to need to see more of these for the modern environment. You don't want to put $20, $30 into this card just to lose it. Crucible of the Worlds is a card that does see some edge play in Modern and a lot of play in EDH. It's a fan favorite. It's been printed several times. I would definitely consider picking it up. It is not in the set, and it could end up going way up in value given how popular it is. May see a Judge reprint at some point. I don't expect to see this in an event deck or some mass printing anytime soon. Tezzeret here is a personal favorite. The blue-black Tezzeret is very powerful, could find its way into a modern deck, is edge playable in Legacy, and very reasonably priced. In that blue-black modern deck, I actually like it better than Jace. It is a very powerful Planeswalker, and if we've seen anything over this last 2 weeks, Planeswalkers have significant value long-term to fans. People love Planeswalkers in EDH. Batterskull is also at an all-time low. This is a great time to pick them up. Very, very good card in Modern. Great card in EDH. The GP reprinting dropped the value on them. Could be a $25, $30 card anytime in the next few months. I'm also recommending to people to buy the swords. I know anybody who watches my EDH stuff knows I'm a huge fan of the swords. We didn't see any in this set. They are a wonderful fan favorite. I do not think they will be reprinted in Standard anytime soon, if ever. They're very, very powerful for Standard. They will probably only be reprinted as judge items or supplemental, very small print runs. I like these cards. Yes, I know Jitte had no chance to be in that set, but it is one of my favorite cards investment-wise, long-term, both in foil and non-foil. Sword of Fire and Ice has just hit $70. I think it's got another $30 in growth to go. I don't see a printing of it coming out anytime soon. This is a reminder, get rid of your standard rares right now, especially from Theros. There are some very playable cards that are about to drop significantly when we get to fall. Now is really your last chance to sell some of these cards. Also, anything that just spiked because it was in a deck list but may not have longer term value, like Den Protector, I would be happy to unload currently. Serum Visions, coming back as a Friday Night Magic reprint, has a lot of people speculating on its value. I would definitely pick them up. The foil versions could easily go for $10 to $15 a month after the Friday Night Magic release, and long term could stay very high. This is a staple card for anybody who wants to play combo in Modern, and I don't see a reprint anytime soon with the Friday Night Magic. This is one that I'm going out on a limb and saying, pick them up. They're so needed, and it could be 6 to 12 months before we see another solid reprint of them. Although anytime you buy commons, there is a chance that it could be reprinted in anything. Wizards has not been shy to reprint commons. Gataxian Probe is one of the few commons I'm picking up en masse. It's down at that $2 to $3 range, and it's super powerful in Legacy and in Modern. Sleight of Hand is another card that has some long-term potential, along with Simeon's Spirit Guide. It's a combo piece that a lot of people need. For uncommons, I definitely recommend picking up Choke and Might of Old Krosa. Really good cards, very, very powerful in their respective decks. Choke is the type of card that we will never see in Standard again, so it's only going to be reprinted in supplemental products. Might could be reprinted in anything. Ghostly Prison is another really nice sideboard card that could double or triple in price before it sees a reprinting again. Aven Mind Sensor I would also pick up, although I would get rid of them sooner rather than later. And Dryad Arbor has already seen a reprinting. I think it could be a year or two before we see another reprinting on it. Great card. As most of you have already heard, DAC over doubled in price. Anybody who got in at that $20 to $25 range has gotten a great deal. He is now at $45. I think he's got a little more growth in him, although not a lot, because he can only be played in Legacy and in Vintage, along with EDH. He's not a Modern card. I still really like him. Don't dump them. He'll go down a little bit, but long term, this is a very popular fan favorite card. Pulling him out against Workshop or against Death and Taxes is really, really powerful. He has not hit his high point yet. Thanks. This has been Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech. If you want early access to the speculation slides, become a patron, a supporter of the channel through Patreon. Anybody at even the $1 level gets early access to speculation slides. Also, anyone at the $5 level gets their name in the credits. Wonderful producers, supporters of the channel. At that $5 level, you also get 2 Angel tokens. I'm sending those out later this week to any patrons of the channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. We've got several videos coming out this week, including a tournament report from the Vintage tournament I was in last Friday. I went 2-2 with Grixis, and a friend of mine borrowed my Dredge deck and went 4-0. I'm also working on a Basics of Burn. This is in my Teaching Magic series. I'm going to be running over what you need to look at for an aggressive red deck and red deck wins type decks in every format.